And it is so beneficial, once you get it up and going. Not only are the reimbursement rates great for adult day programs serving adults with intellectual disabilities that are Medicaid waiver, Medicaid funding, the reimbursement rates are amazing. But you're also making an impact. You're also making a difference in your community. You're also serving and supporting a population that is in great need. Hello. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Taria. I help aspiring providers start their adult day program. Today, I want to talk about the money. How much does it cost to start your adult day program? How much working capital do you need? And how much starting capital do you need? Okay, so you need to make sure you have two sets of money set aside, working capital and startup capital or startup funds. How much is it? What is that going to cost? It's different for everybody. But today I want to set the record straight and at least give you an average of how much money you need so that I could get this money, I'm close to having this money, or I don't know how in the heck I'm going to get this money and I need to figure out, how to reach that goal. So in order to start an adult day program, you need 3 months of working capital. Okay, 3 months of working capital. And how you determine your working capital is you do a monthly expense report. You see, what's it going to cost for my rent? What's it going to cost for my utilities? What's it going to cost for my staff? What's it going to cost for my licensing and insurance? What's it going to cost for my vehicle if I have a vehicle? How much monthly expenses am I going to need for 1 month? You only got to figure out 1 month and times that 1 month times 3. So calculate all of those expenses on average. What is it going to cost you to operate your adult day program monthly? And you need 3 times that amount, 3 times. So everybody's monthly expenses are going to be different. I help people in all 50 states. And of course, just rent alone is very different in all 50 states. So your rent is going to vary. Your utilities are going to vary. Your salaries are going to vary just by the state that you're in. So just look at those numbers, look at those averages, calculate that all, total that up, and times it times 3, and that will give you your working capital that's required. So the state is going to require you to have 3 times of your monthly expenses set aside for working capital. Now, I recommend that you have 6 or 7 months because in total, it's a 7-month process going through all of the phases. If you didn't see that video that I did about all of the phases of starting an adult day program, check that out. It's very helpful information in there. But I say have 6 or 7 months of working capital set aside. Even though the state only requires you to have 3, you want to be safe than sorry. You don't ever want to be in a situation where you're all out of cash, you work through all your working capital, and none of that's left. So make sure you have just enough. But I also teach my coaching clients some tricks of the trade and how you can get free rent abatement with your commercial property so you don't have to worry about rent during the licensing phase. How to develop your letter of intent for your leasing so that you have a lot of benefits where you don't have to spend a good portion of your working capital and you can save it until you actually are up and running. That makes smart business sense. And in total, I'd like to say 50,000 a month on average is what you're looking at to, start your adult day program. That will be your monthly expenses. So I say 150,000 is what will be required for your working capital. Now, you have your startup funds that you need too, which is completely different than your working capital. So your startup funds is the money that you use to put down like on your deposits for your utilities, your security deposit for your location, furniture, different things that you need to have in your building. That is considered your startup funds. So on average, I like to say $50,000 for your startup funds. So in total, you're looking at a $200,000 expense to start this business. Now, I know $200,000 sounds like a lot of money, and it is, don't get me wrong, but there are ways to generate that income so that you can start your adult day program. Don't just say, oh, $200,000 is a lot of money. It's impossible. It's not going to happen, because it is possible. Investors, credit cards, a line of credits, loans, savings, 401k, cash buyout, refinancing your house. Like, there's many ways that you can generate that type of money to start your adult day program. And it is so beneficial, once you get it up and going. Not only are the reimbursement rates great for adult day programs serving adults with intellectual disabilities that are Medicaid waiver, Medicaid funding, the reimbursement rates are amazing. But you're also making an impact. You're also making a difference in your community. You're also serving and supporting a population that is in great need. Just to talk a little bit about the need for these individuals, they go from high school. Once they age out of high school, the only other place that they can go, if they're not capable of working just yet, they don't have the skill set to work in the community and be functioning adults in the community just yet. The only place that they can go in between after they age out of high school and being an adult is an adult day program. Or they just sit home all day living with their parents. They're not even eligible for a group home if they don't have an adult day program that they go to. So just the need alone in the programming is essential. So if you're somebody that's interested in starting an adult day program, but you need the supports in figuring out how to start the day program, how to get through the licensing process, you need a step-by-step process, somebody to support you and coach you through the process, let's chat. I'll attach a link below. Let's talk about it. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.